Good evening, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. I am just about getting ready to go take a shower and get to bed. I was up early again today so that we could run out to Walmart. Actually, we went to Walmart for one thing, ended up with a lot more than what we had planned on going there for. I told you guys yesterday we were thinking about getting a roaster that would be big enough that we can do like a full turkey in, because ours, I think honestly, it's like a 6 or 8 quarts like electric roaster, and one that actually fits a turkey is normally like an 18 to 22 quart. So they had some on sale at Target and I think at Walmart too, but they were 18 quarts, and I was thinking like in the future if we wind up like hosting Thanksgiving again at some point, because I was telling you guys too, like we hadn't been able to host Thanksgiving at our house like real recently, just because our house is like so small and our family like is getting bigger. Like the last time that we hosted Thanksgiving I think was when like Jack was like a baby sort of, and then there's another 3 like cousins after him as well. Him and one of the other cousins are like pretty much the same age. I actually think they're like a month apart, and so like they were babies at the time, and obviously like me and Matthew and then our other 2 cousins were like little too, and so now we're all like grown, you know, adults. And then again too, like I said, even like the younger of the cousins, which is like Jack's age, are all in like, you know, late elementary school to like high school aged. And so, you know, like I said, still all kind of big grown up, you know, there's nobody that's still little babies and kids, and, you know, we've only added more people to girlfriends and boyfriends and stuff like that too. So, you know, like I said, there's, you know, our house is kind of getting on the verge of like it being small for as many people as we hosted. And, you know, we couldn't like utilize our kitchen either, like cooking food and all that kind of stuff. And again, cooking a turkey that takes up the, you know, entire oven and takes the entire day, you know, practically to cook and all that kind of stuff, and not being able to heat or reheat or make any of the other like dishes and stuff like that's kind of challenging and difficult, you know. So you know, I was like talking to my mom and I was like, if we ever wanted to host it again, you know, we have a larger oven now, but I think that having a roaster is like, you know, a really good idea for, you know, wanting to host again a lot of people for Thanksgiving. We're like right at about, I think 19, maybe like 20 people depending again. Like right around there. You know, I'd say probably 20 at a max as far as like our family get-togethers and stuff like that goes. And then you know, because of COVID, also because of my mom's, you know, her surgery that she just got over, and she's not able to even, you know, get in a car or anything like that right now. You know, obviously it's not up for that. And so, you know, but like I said, it's been a really long time since we've hosted Thanksgiving, and you know, also too kind of got our house, you know, a little put back together and stuff like that, because we were again trying to get so many projects and things like that done. But as I was thinking, I was like, if we wanted to ever host, you know, a holiday, or you know, just for anything else too, even if we're just doing it with our family, you know, too, you know, wanting to do a turkey or a ham or something like that, and not having to tie up the oven, you know, all day to be able to cook something like that, you know, I was like, a roaster's a really smart idea. So instead of getting the 18 quart roaster, which we saw was on sale, I really wanted to get a 22 quart. I think that's one of the largest sizes. They have one at Walmart for only 50 bucks, and I was like, it's not that bad of a price. And there's so many other things that you can use it for too. Like you can literally use, sort of double it as a slow cooker. And you guys know I sort of obsess over slow cookers. Almost all of my meals are slow cookers and stuff like that. You know, I cook a lot of, you know, the stuff that way, just because I find it the easiest. When I make freezer dinners, then I just throw the stuff in the crock pot and it's done and ready for dinner when, you know, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, I have to plan my time because it takes an hour to make this dinner or whatever. Like, no, it just goes in the crock pot, and I've made it at a different point too. So it's just the convenience of it. But there's so many other things too, like not even that, but you can make bread in it and make, you know, pies and like all kinds of stuff. The same thing that you would do in an oven, you can do in the, you know, in the roaster. And you know, like I said too, I was even thinking with our old one that we still have though, we can actually probably do the green bean casserole or do something in there too, where we don't have to, again, if we do wind up starting to lose space in the, you know, in the oven, we still can, you know, do things with that. So we ended up getting that, and I tested it too to make sure that our almost 21 pound turkey would fit in there, and it does. It's supposed to fit up to a 26 pound turkey comfortably, but again, probably, you know, I wouldn't say 30 pound, but like you might be able to squeeze it in there, sort of depending. But yeah, like I said, our little one, our roaster, was like itty bitty tiny. It was like a small, it had to have been like a 6 or 8 quart compared to seeing how big this one is. I was like, holy cow. So it wasn't like a super, I don't know, name brand one or anything like that. I was looking at one on Amazon that was also 22 quarts. And I looked on it earlier in the day, yesterday. And it was on sale for, it was actually normally $60. I think it was an oyster. It was on sale for, or it was normal price $60. It was on sale for $52, and it was going to be delivered by Tuesday. I was like, wow, that's perfect. I went back on yesterday afternoon and they were completely out. So we did wind up ordering though from Amazon a new a vegetable peeler. I was telling you guys about that too. We need to get a vegetable peeler because we really use our vegetable peeler one time a year, and it's normally always at Thanksgiving, because nobody else ever wants to peel anything like potatoes, to make mashed potatoes from scratch or anything like that, because I especially cannot stand it's a cheapy little one, and it's like rusted, and like when you grab it, it's like, you know, if you're doing it especially for a long time, it starts digging into your like hand, and it's super annoying and uncomfortable. And so we got a nice like a KitchenAid one that wasn't super expensive either. We have a KitchenAid just like a can opener, and the thing is stinking, like it's lasted for forever. It's super old, like several years old, and nothing has happened to it. So I'm like, I feel like good, like, you know, quality wise, if we invest, you know, not again a crazy amount. I think it was maybe $7 or $8, or maybe that one was 16 or something like that. But I was like, we'll have this for years to come, and hopefully we'll actually use it more than once a year, because people will not be so intimidated of wanting to use it. Plus, on top of that too, I think that you can change out the blades on it, whereas like I said, the one we have, we can't do that, and the blades are also starting to get really dull, so it is even more difficult to like, you know, peel the potatoes and all that kind of stuff. So I'll actually show you guys the roaster. Like I said, it's 22 quart. I think it's by the brand Aroma maybe, or something like that. I don't know. We actually threw the, oh, it should say on, actually says right on here. So yeah, but this is it. Like I said, it's kind of intimidating and big and sort of looks like a beast. But the other thing too with our other roaster is the inside of it is starting, like, this is like nice, sort of like all the enamel and everything like that on here. Plus it has the like roasting, you know, what's it called, the tray sort of in there. But the enamel on the inside of ours is like not rusty, but it's like really like not like, this is like non-stick sort of feeling. Ours does not feel like that. I don't know if it's just because of the brand that ours was, or if it's just really old, because I think it is, honestly. But I don't feel so bad using it for, like I said, just the you know, like green bean casserole or whatever. And on top of that too, it also has the self-basting lid, so you know, that's good too. It should also cook faster in here than in the oven as well. So you know, sort of, I guess, maybe a little bit more energy efficient too. But that's, like I said, will fit our giant turkey, because this thing looks huge, especially compared to the little one we had. I was like, oh my gosh, like the box was sort of big at the store, but I didn't really realize until we actually got it out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's huge. And one thing that I really want to do is, like, since it sort of works like a slow cooker, I got really upset because my favorite slow cooker, which was a really big one, the knob broke off of it, and we ended up getting rid of it. We still have the base, so if we wind up getting a larger crock pot, I think it's like the 8 quart or something like that. Crock pot, I could double and use, you know, the base still would fit in it. What I used to do is actually, I used to do like a no-cook lasagna, or like no pre-cook lasagna with regular lasagna noodles, not even like the no-bake ones, but I used to do that. There's a recipe for it in the crock pot. I used to do that actually pretty often, and recently, because the bigger one broke, I haven't done it, you know, in the smaller slow cooker, and I probably still could. It just, like, I'd have to break off all the noodles into like exact little pieces and stuff like that to get them to like fit, whereas the other one fit like the whole strips. Probably do something like that in there. So I was actually really even more excited because I felt bad. I was like, I kind of don't want to spend the money if we're just going to use it like once per year or something like that, but I was like, there's definitely a lot of uses, and I can definitely figure out other ways to use it too. And since it's funny, I was joking with my mom, I'm in charge of Thanksgiving this year, and what it's going to be is I'm going to cook everything in slow cookers and roasters. We're not even going to use the oven because that's literally how I cook everything that I make. I'd say 90% of what I cook for dinners and stuff like that winds up coming out of like a slow cooker or something. So yeah, that's how Thanksgiving's going to be too. But I actually don't really know what else we're gonna do like slow cooker wise, other than my mom was thinking green bean casserole we can do in the other little roaster, but I was like, we can still fit all this stuff in the actual oven now that we don't have to worry about putting the turkey in there. But it just makes sense too, like if you don't have to worry about that, because my mom was like, the joy of cooking on a holiday is trying to get everything to stay warm at the same time, and I was like, that doesn't sound like fun. I was like, why not just get a roaster so you can cook that off on by itself, and you know, it also has a keep warm function too, so like if it's done cooking and we still haven't gotten to, you know, or put, you know, the side dishes in the oven to warm them all up, because we're probably going to pre-make them, but if we hadn't started that yet, the turkey can still stay on keep warm in the roaster too, so you know, we'll have everything warm at the same time. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't sound fun, why not just get a good roaster that's a large big size one. So like I said, I don't know if we're going to keep the other smaller one. We still have some options to use for it, but I don't like it just because I don't like cleaning it afterwards, because like I said, the like non-stick enamel part is like it doesn't work anymore, and so it's a pain to kind of wash afterwards and clean out. And so yeah, I'm not, like I said, not a huge fan of that, but it still works perfectly fine. It's just there's, like I said, a couple of downfalls: the size, and then also to the like I said, the coating. I don't know if it's old, so it's just sort of like worn away, or if it just really was never like non-stick to begin with, because like I said, my mom's had it for a really long time. So yeah, anyways though guys, that was what we ended up doing today. But we had to drive out to a Walmart that was like the 4th or 5th closest Walmart to us. It was like 2 or 3 towns over, which isn't like super far away, but yeah, we had to. It's maybe like a 15-minute drive or something like that, which like I said isn't that bad, but compared to like a 7-8 minute drive to our closest Walmart, you know, it's a little bit more of a pain. So but that was the only place. They only had them at this Walmart because it was like a super center, and apparently ours isn't, I guess, you know, I don't know, that's what it said online. And it said it only had it at this store too. So luckily I looked up ahead, and I was concerned too. I was like, well, I hope they have some left. Like it doesn't say like, oh, limited stock, like 1 left or something. They actually had 6 left in the store. So I was like, okay, well now there's still 5 left in the store. So yeah, but they didn't have them at the other, like any other ones. And Target had, like I said, only the 18 quart, and so did our other Walmart. I even was trying to look like, oh, does Menards have one, or Ace Hardware or something like that? Because like sometimes, especially during the holidays, they get like small appliances and stuff, and none of them ended up having anything either. Most of them actually had like the smaller like 6 and 8 quart ones too. Like, don't need another one of those. But hopefully Thanksgiving will be good, and we don't have to worry like I said so much about trying to plan around like, oh, we have to, you know, make sure this is warm and then reheat this, and then, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's just everything can be done all at the same time, but it's also going to involve pre-cooking a lot of stuff too. So probably like, I'm gonna say maybe not tomorrow, but probably like Tuesday and Wednesday we'll probably have to wind up pre-cooking a lot of the things. I don't know if I'm up to doing a whole ton of stuff tomorrow, but some of the things can probably be done maybe even tomorrow. Maybe Matthew will just do his desserts like early, because I think I thought the cheesecake was supposed to be frozen or something like that, maybe. I don't remember. I've tried to send him a recipe for it, but anyways, yeah, he might wind up doing that tomorrow, and I don't actually have to start cooking anything because I'd like to get my bearings too, make sure everything's caught up with, get caught up with the dishes. I did actually do that stuff over the weekend, which not always really good about doing on the weekends, but I did that in laundry and stuff like that, and I edited and everything, so I just want to make sure that like I have all of my, you know, regular things sort of covered, and then be able to get into doing, you know, the actual stuff, and, you know, not be overwhelmed and be like, oh my gosh, now people are complaining they don't have pants clean for like Thanksgiving or something like that, and everybody's like walking around in shorts because I neglected the laundry for 3 days while I was trying to get Thanksgiving dinner ready. So you know, or just completely spaced out. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny pieces tomorrow. So bye guys.